In the case of DeepSeek, it also generates chains of thought through advanced prompt engineering. The newly revealed Deep Research is not just another AI model. Hello everyone, this is Error, feeling a bit overwhelmed with all the new information flooding in. It seems that OpenAI was quite shocked by the DeepSeek incident. They have released something called Deep Research. Originally, Google also had something called Deep Research, which enhanced OpenAI's reasoning capabilities. As I always mention, it involves a lot of reflection and iterative thinking. They named it Deep Research, just like Google's. It finds a lot more recommendations and autonomously gathers all sorts of information. It finds these suggestions and shows what activities they are involved in. Then, after thinking for a few minutes, it generates a very long report in a Canvas format. Currently, it is gradually being released to promo mode users, and it is said that it will be expanded to Plus users as well. However, they plan to limit it to fewer than 10 per month. It seems to be done in a limited manner for a reason. I'll explain the overall structure of this reasoning model. As Jensen Huang predicted, they are enhancing performance through a lot of reiteration. However, this isn't just about following Jensen Huang's lead. OpenAI and others have had such demands, likely prompting hardware discussions. So, let's take a closer look at this today. When the OpenAI team visited Tokyo, they were on an extensive tour across Asia and would soon be heading to India as part of their itinerary. They hinted at a major announcement to be made in India through a tweet, which I will show you later. As you can see, they continue to engage in extensive long-term research while discussing various topics, including evaluating economies. On the right, it analyzes and discusses the results of finding 10 developing and developed countries and conducting GDP analysis. Isn't AI doing all of this too? The AI now autonomously handles the creation, refinement, and reuse of prompts. Just a year or two ago, prompt engineering was a hot topic. However, with recent advancements, AI can now generate prompts all by itself. This does not imply that human involvement in prompt engineering has become completely unnecessary, but its importance has somewhat waned. When you pay a premium, the AI will not only generate the relevant tokens automatically, but also refine them through multiple iterations, leveraging various web resources and techniques. This comprehensive process ensures that the resulting reports are highly accurate and of superior quality, far exceeding the precision of a basic LLM output. What you're seeing here is the final output, which has been compiled from 29 different sources in just 11 minutes. The graphics also look quite nice. Since I am not a pro user, I cannot try this out myself. But statistically, it shows a significantly improved accuracy. I will show you that too. Alright, with this tool, tasks like writing or conducting surveys become significantly more streamlined. Instead of hiring several research assistants, commonly known as RAs, it's much more efficient to sign up and use this tool. I believe many people are already taking advantage of it, especially since all the sources are conveniently listed on the right. Moreover, when this iterative process is carried out over time, it inevitably requires the use of GPUs for longer periods during token generation. This means that much more AI infrastructure will be needed, leading to increased costs for AI models and infrastructure investments, which is a significant factor in the competition among big tech companies. Nowadays, it's not just the OpenAI API in use. They're integrating it with the Gemini API and several others, creating a dynamic interchange. This iterative processing, while a bit unrefined to describe, has led to notable performance improvements and the launch of new services. The pace of change is incredibly swift. Alright, let's explore some development aspects. As a Plus user, when I access the Tools section, I still only see Canvas and images. Other features like O1 are not yet accessible. For those who might not know, you can use the Canvas format for writing, coding, and collaborating. If you haven't tried it yet, I suggest you give it a go. I'll show you by typing on Canvas. While doing the business guide, the canvas pops up and changes. This is not Deep Research, but the original canvas mode. In case anyone is unaware, I thought I'd mention it now. The canvas appears on the left and keeps giving commands. In the middle, it can change. If you click on Edit Restrictions here, it will suggest edits automatically. This is also considered the norm now. The world is currently in a repetitive cycle. What you consume, I consume, and then we analyze it thoroughly to extract the maximum performance from this AI model. I apologize, I am still recovering from a cold. You have the ability to adjust the length, making it longer as needed. Give it a try using these references. Anyway, this is the current state. Although it's not shown here, you can visit the OpenAI homepage for more details on Deep Research. So what is Deep Research exactly? As I previewed earlier, it utilizes OpenAI's O3 model, which is set to launch soon. They aim to complete research tasks within minutes that would typically take humans several hours to finish. This is the start of the agent model. Web browsing is also mentioned. They speak confidently. It produces a thorough report, crafted to match the expertise of a seasoned research analyst. Instead of hiring a research analyst, consider using our tool. Now, why did we create this? So, instead of hiring people, why not use our tool? We're covering a broad range of topics, including finance, scientific research, policy making, and engineering. Following that, they discuss highly customized recommendation systems and purchasing patterns, which would typically require a substantial amount of time to survey. These tasks are being handled and managed by AI autonomously, eliminating the need for human intervention in research. It will compile and summarize the information without needing to analyze each piece individually, typically taking around 3 to 5 minutes. This duration is quite lengthy, implying that the servers, particularly those equipped with NVIDIA GPUs, will be operating continuously. Now imagine if there aren't many users currently, but the usage starts to grow over time. If we start utilizing AI instead of hiring people, we will have to build more data centers. Additionally, there will be a need for notifications once tasks are completed. There are comparisons with GPT 4.5, discussing the iOS and Android adoption race. Terms like connected, active, and prompt are mentioned. Unlike just listing numbers, it was analyzed and presented in a report format. But honestly, it's hard to understand from that alone. It's quite extensive. I found this part surprising, the Humanity Last Exam, which is extremely tough. We showed it last time. Even with an opening accuracy of just 51%, I was amazed by 9.1%. DeepSeek R1 at 9.4% was shocking. Now they've launched the O3 Mini, right? The O3 Mini High version was just released. OpenAI's deep research is now at 20.6. It takes time, but performance has greatly improved. Next, there's a benchmark called Gaia. It's a benchmark that reveals the actual problem-solving capabilities of AI. They are evaluated as basic, intermediate, and advanced levels. Here, they also score quite high. Look at the examples for levels 2 and 3, and you'll see the high scores. The pass rate for the expert level test has significantly increased. This includes areas like chemistry, linguistics, or healthcare, which are quite challenging. People can now save up to 2 hours on these challenging surveys. In terms of research, particularly for graduate students and researchers, or even for those conducting various types of analyses, there are many instances where it seems much more effective to pay for this tool. OpenAI has acknowledged its limitations, especially in terms of hallucinations, but the hallucination rate has significantly improved. I will show you in a moment. Additionally, there appear to be minor issues like commenting errors, and distinguishing whether the information I found is truly authoritative and reliable or just rumors. Even professional users are limited to 100 actions per month, while Plus and Team users will need to wait a little longer. What's amusing is how Benson Wang's predictions are coming true. Pre-training scaling meant AI models kept growing. We heard about GPT-3 having 175 billion parameters, then 400 billion, and eventually a trillion. It became clear that more parameters meant better performance. This scaling law continued until performance started to level off. While training and scaling, we now slow down the time and allocate time for reasoning during testing. Haven't we been too hasty in computing? Given enough time, it developed the ability to make its own decisions and think independently. This indicates a significant demand for VDI GPUs or AI chips, which is why big tech companies are designing their own chips through Broadcom. Additionally, after deep research was released, discussions focused on its GPQA Diamond performance. It highlighted accuracy metrics for human PhD. So, when a person with a PhD used Google to evaluate content outside their expertise, the accuracy was around 35%. For content within their field, the accuracy was in the low 80s. However, O1 Pro reached 80%, and now O3 has reached 90%, which is a significant improvement. This time, the fine-tuned deep research was utilized. The O3 model is not just about summarizing. It is also praised for its ability to integrate various thoughts through multiple iterations. They have the capability to demonstrate their skills as experts. This year, the term era of AI agents has been frequently mentioned. While this is often in the context of AI services, I believe the time test scale is more crucial when assessing AI models' performance. This is because the focus is on improving the model's capabilities through enhanced reasoning, including the ability to draw accurate inferences and think analytically. The introduction of deep research, leveraging the O3 model to enhance AI models through extensive time investment, signifies a major milestone. For instance, DeepSeek employs prompt engineering to generate chains of thought using the DeepSeek R10 model, which autonomously produces these sequences. The more time invested, the better the outcomes. By integrating the chain of thought with the foundational model to create the final R1 model, this structured reasoning approach has become well known, especially for its impact on perplexity. Allocating more time to this process can lead to the generation of much more refined responses, underscoring the potential for facilitating even more profound cognitive processes. Costs will inevitably rise, but cutting them for better performance is quite significant. In the end, we are now in an era where AI-driven research is becoming standard practice. AI is no longer just a tool for entertainment. It can be extensively used for serious research purposes, don't you think? In industries or for investors, you can compile reports and draw conclusions. This applies to many fields, right? Therefore, mastering the use of this AI tool can become an extremely critical capability. Therefore, the tool will continue to evolve in its ability to interpret, analyze, and generate comprehensive reports from web searches, processing large amounts of text and image PDFs. The quality is expected to reach a notable level this year. Although it might be costly, companies may find it valuable for significantly reducing transformation expenses. This could potentially impact the job market as well. The best part is that sources are clearly shown, and the steps are listed. This interface seems quite good. However, what is even more alarming is this. Sam Altman stated that the newly introduced deep research is not just another one more thing. What does he mean by that? The phrase one more thing has been Apple's way of making surprising announcements since the days of Steve Jobs. But even though deep research is quite remarkable, it does not fall into the one more thing category. There's a developer conference in India soon. It's unclear if they will announce it during the opening. In Korea, discussions are usually private. It wasn't widely publicized, but they might announce one more thing in India, building anticipation. In fact, this person is in charge of organizing events and marketing for OpenAI. They recently tweeted that their project has just 48 hours left to go, so it's currently 11:45 p.m. on February 3rd, right? It's now 11:23 p.m. on February 4th. It was posted a day ago. In another 24 hours, something new they're working on will be released. This is exciting because it might be significant. Let's wait a bit longer.